Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video, and it is time to rank the DCEU as it is right now, currently. And I wanted to do this last week after seeing The Suicide Squad, but I just didn't get around to it, and it's probably good to wait. I know a lot of people out there that do it immediately, but you should always wait. I mean, not that these movies are like too deep, like, well, some of them try to be, but we'll get to it. But not that they're like so deep that you have to, I need to take a few days to really think about it and see if it's my favorite. But you know what, sometimes it is good to just wait a little bit. So a week later, the Suicide Squad is bombing horribly at the box office, which is this is a shame. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But you know what, it's a great movie nonetheless, and it will be remembered as one of the best, if not the best, DCEU film, as at least right now. Most people would agree. Some people maybe no. I think some people still like the edgy stuff that Zack Snyder introduced with the DCU 8 years ago. Which, by the way, I really loved Man of Steel. Well, we'll get to it in a second. So let's get to it. We have all the movies. How many movies are there? I didn't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Technically 10 because Justice League, but we'll say 11 because, Justice League, both of those movies are two different films, but they tell not the same story, but from point A to point B, like if you just looked at point A and point B, like the beginning and the end, same, it follows the same beats is all I'm saying. But I mean, you put Doomsday in it, I get it, or Darkseid. Sorry, Doomsday. That's Batman v Superman. And I have a feeling this is not going to be a popular list because I think a lot of people out there are fans of some of the earlier ones, and I'll say right here, some of them I'm not a fan of. So let's get to it. All right, let's rank these babies. Okay, we're gonna go from, of course, order of release. So we're gonna do Man of Steel first. The beginning of the DCU. I loved it when it first came out. I really did. I wanted a Superman movie where Superman did Superman stuff. And in my very, very limited knowledge of Superman comic stuff, all I know is the Superman stuff from the animated series when I was growing up, and also from some of the cartoons, movies, because I watched some of the DC animated movies, and of course, the original movies with Christopher Reeves. So that's really it when it comes to like Superman knowledge. So I just wanted Superman to throw a punch and beat some guys up. And really thinking about it now, it's like this isn't really what Superman is. Like Superman isn't really usually mopey. He's always like, oh, criminal, like that kind of guy. And he doesn't really do that in this. They do it a little bit in the not Zack Snyder. Well, I guess they do a little bit in that one, but they do it a good amount in the Joss Whedon version of Justice League. Which I know even saying anything that sounds like a positive for the Justice League is not a popular opinion. I don't think the Justice League is as bad as some people say, but we'll get to it. But yeah, it's just like it has some good action, it has some good special effects, but really thinking about it now, I loved it when it first came out. I really did, because I was so excited for it. I thought it was great. But like thinking about it now, it's not terrible. I don't think, at least some people would say it is. I watch it, all right. But I do think it's not as good as I remember it being. And I did watch it a couple years back. I think like right after Justice League came out, I watched it again. And yeah, it was definitely not as good as I remembered it being. And but there are some good moments. I really like the part where he finally gets a suit and he has like the flying sequence. I thought that was great. I thought the fight scenes were good. I mean, that's not exactly what Superman's all about when it comes to his most memorable stuff. It really is. It's like just his whole aura, I think, of being, I guess. I mean, he is Superman. He, does Superman shit, but like, I feel like the reason why people love Superman isn't just because he's a badass. It's because, he's a good guy, he is an alien, but he is a earthling. He's a human at the same time. Anyway, I'll give it a C. C plus. Batman v Superman, even with the Ultimate Edition, when it first came out, I was like, this is like a 6 out of 10. It has some good moments. Batman with that warehouse scene, and even pretty much every Batman scene I really liked. Even the Batman versus Superman part I thought was kind of fun in a corny way, like him beating him over the head with a sink, him swinging him around and shit. It was like, all right. I mean, a lot of this shit doesn't make sense, and if you really go into it, it doesn't. And I know, like, oh, the Ultimate Edition fixes some of this stuff, but the theatrical cut, like, there's things that are like, I don't understand why anybody's doing what they're doing. And how they know this and that. Like, how does Lex Luthor know all this stuff? Like, I guess you could just say, oh, he's Lex Luthor. But, you know, I remember when The Dark Knight Rises came out and everybody was like, how did Batman get into the city? And then a not comeback, but a retort to that would be, oh, well, he's Batman. He probably would know how to get back into Gotham. He would probably have secret ways to get in. But no one accepted that. But they do accept Batman v Superman, just like, oh, Lex just is Lex. He's smart. He knows everything, you know? That's why he immediately knew it was Bruce Wayne, and he knew Clark Kent was Superman, and he knew about Aquaman, all these people. It's just like, he was keeping tabs on, but how? How did he even, how? How? But whatever. I don't care. If you find that not to be a problem, fine. I found it to be a problem. And now it's just one of those movies where I can't think about without just thinking it's a joke. I do not hate it. I really don't. But it is not a very good movie. And even the Ultimate Edition adds 30 minutes of stuff that should just been explained quickly in the original cut. And I just you get a shot of Ben Affleck's ass. I mean, that's your R rating right there. There is some good stuff in it. Like, I do like the nightmare sequence, even though it has nothing to do with anything in that movie, at least. It does for the Justice League movie, but we'll get to that. But it's just not, there's no point to a lot of it. And it's just like, I don't really care about any of the characters. Like, even though Batman's cool, I didn't like this version of Bruce Wayne, really. Like, he's just kind of an arrogant prick, which I get it, that's Bruce Wayne, don't get me wrong. But there's always a tinge of like, oh, there's something about Bruce Wayne you like, you know? But here it was just like, he was just, I don't know, just not for me. I'm going to see a C-. I'll put it below Man of Steel. Suicide Squad is a D. It's a fucking garbage movie. It has a couple of fun moments. I like Captain Boomerang. I like most of the characters, but they're not deep characters. It's just because I like the actors and a couple of things they say and the way they look. That's really it. Everything else is shit. This is the worst Joker. I don't care. And I'm talking about the studio version of this movie before someone says, well, yeah, but the Ayer cut, even though I feel like everybody's talking about the Ayer cut like it, I'm sure it exists, but like it's going to be like an amazing movie. Like it could be good, but I mean, David Ayer just recently released The Tax Collector, which was a fucking abysmal movie. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, temper expectations. It was a fun bad movie, but it was bad. Yeah, Suicide Squad's just shit. It really is. And you could look at every trailer for that. All the trailers are great, but they always showed a different movie each trailer. The first trailer was a really, really serious, and supposedly that was the one that Ayer, that was the tone that Ayer's cut was going for. And then it just got sillier and sillier. They put, Ballroom Blitz and freaking Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff like that. And those trailers are great. It's just like, and also I'm a little salty now considering that movie did huge when it came out, Suicide Squad, and now this new one is bombing. So, which makes me think, what the hell's gonna go down with the Rocksteady game? Because obviously the Suicide Squad itself is not like a big brand. I think it was mainly because of the hype after Batman v Superman, and also the Joker was in it, and Batman was in it, and Will Smith was in it, and this first Harley Quinn, and of course everybody, Captain Boomerang. Come on, man. The live action debut of Captain Boomerang. That might not be true. There might have been like a DC show that had him. But yeah, D. That's just me. Just me. I'm a D. Wonder Woman I still really enjoy. I would say that's a B+. A lot of fun with that movie. A damn good time. Gal Gadot really sells that part in that movie. I think all the war stuff, all the action stuff is really good. All the music, the relationship between her and Chris Pine was actually really well done. Really, really good movie. It has some great memorable scenes. That whole No Man's Land sequence will always be remembered as one of the best set pieces in a DCEU film, that's for sure. Great stuff. I really like that movie. B+. It's close to A-, but I'm going to say B+, because there are some things that are not great, like the ending. The ending itself, actually, I like, but the fight, the reveal of the villain and the fight and all the villains themselves, Justice League, I'm going to say C-, because it is not very good, obviously. But I don't think Joss Whedon should get as much shit as he does, because he did try to fix something that was very bloated. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like Zack Snyder's Justice League, but it is fucking bloated. That movie is 4 hours, and it does not need to be 4 hours. I know that's gonna be upset people, but there's literally scenes of people walking for that go on for like a minute, maybe even a minute and a half. It's just music, walking. That's really it. And there's I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a 10 minutes 10 minutes altogether of footage you can cut out that literally does nothing for the film. Like nothing. It doesn't add anything. But yeah, I don't hate it. I know a lot of people do. I don't hate it. It's just a blah movie. I know some people hate it just because, like, oh, they took Zack's thing and whatever. But Zack had to leave because of his daughter, so someone had to finish it. So, I don't know. And, of course, they didn't finish it. They redid a lot of shit. They got fucking... And, you know, I gotta give her credit for just the gooey fucking upper lip of Henry Cavill. It always makes me laugh. It does. It's fucking goofy. Aquaman, this is gonna get me hate. I really didn't like Aquaman. I actually really didn't. So actually I want to put that in D. There's just something about it, like it looked great. It really did. And the direction for the most part is okay. I just didn't like any of the characters. I thought Amber Heard was terrible. And that's not even going into the whole Johnny Depp and her thing. I don't fucking care, okay? She was just terrible, and there was no chemistry whatsoever between those two. Did she also have a different accent in the fucking Justice League too? She had like a British accent, and here she doesn't have that. Whatever. That's not that. Whatever. She was just really not good. I mean, she's pretty. I always thought that. I actually like her in some other things. Like, anybody ever see Drive Angry? I really enjoy that movie. Very cheesy B movie, but she was good in that. She was fun. She was good in something else. I'm forgetting too. That's something I actually thought she was like really good in, but now I'm forgetting what the movie was. But you know what? I'll say C minus. Thinking about it, it did look visually great, and it had some cheesy moments that were like unintentionally cheesy bad that I thought was funny. At least I think they were unintentionally cheesy bad, because they didn't really like wink at the camera at all. Like when he's like, "Call me Ocean Master." I'm like, what the fuck? I was expecting like a character to go or something like look at the camera and go, the fuck? It's like nothing. There's a lot of really bad humor in it though too. Like I still remember the dumb joke about him. Like she's like, "Oh, you smell," and then he like sniffs his own armpit and goes, "Ooh." I'm like, how does that even fucking work? Whatever. Anyway, you're on the bottom of the sea. I'm sure if you could smell under the bottom of the sea, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of stuff under that fucking water that smells like ass. But anyway. Alright. Is this going to be controversial? I think Shazam, before we get to Suicide Squad, is not only the best DCEU film, but it is one of the best superhero movies out there. I loved it. I really did. Charming as fuck. Really funny. Great performances. Great. Pretty much I can't think of anything I disliked about this movie. I know some people going like, "Oh yeah, but then like this the story and the villain." I guess you could complain, but like Mark Strong, I think did a pretty good job. I liked him, and that maybe that's just because I like Mark Strong a lot. But Shazam was really good. I loved it. I really did. And hell, it has, besides this, I guess the Suicide Squad, it really has one of the most emotional moments in it's actually a scene that blows me away that's in Shazam, with the whole mother and Billy thing. I don't want to spoil it, but that was rough. That was actually really well done, so I have to give major credit to Shazam. I said I'd definitely give that an A. Next is Birds of Prey. I'm gonna give that a C regular, because more I think about it, I enjoyed it at the time, but like the more I think about it, the more I like dislike it more and more. Like I thought Ewan McGregor was great, and I thought Margot Robbie, or Robbie, how you pronounce it, was great. Were great. They were great. But like I feel like a lot of the side characters got shafted, and it really was a Harley Quinn thing, and it was fine, but like there's a lot of bad humor. I thought I didn't really laugh a whole lot. I didn't really like the style of it too. It was very murky and gross looking. Was that just me? And there was some really bad action. Like there was one scene where Harley Quinn fighting a bunch of police officers and stuff. That stuff was fun. But there's like a really badly choreographed one towards the end. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It was actually kind of embarrassing to look at. But I still enjoy some of the stuff in this enough to say it's a C. It's definitely higher than Batman v Superman. I don't know why I put it below. um, one, fuck me, Wonder Woman 84. I want to say 1984. Actually, is that what it's called? Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah. I don't know why they fucking even put the year in there. Like it fucking mattered. It really didn't. I was blown away by how nonsensical, stupid bullshit this movie was. I was kind of with it because I did a reaction for it. I was kind of with it how stupid it was. I was like, all right, yeah. Wish, I'm not gonna think about it too much. But really, like right after I was done with that reaction, I'm like, none of that fucking made sense. Not a single thing made sense. But you know what? Huge credit to Pedro Pascal. He made that movie his own. Because I really cared for his character. I wanted to see what was going to happen with him. Every time he was on screen, he was electrifying. Electrifying is probably a too strong a word, but he was really good. I really like that guy. So Pedro Pascal, great actor. And I'm excited for that Last of Us show. We'll see if he could pull it off. I think he can. I think he got it. This is a guy from The Great Wall. Let's not fuck around. All right, the Matt Damon movie. Yeah, I bet you forgot that movie existed. I bet you didn't even know Pedro Pascal was in it if you haven't seen it. He was. Anyway, you know who else was in it? Willem Dafoe. I actually forgot about that until right this second. When I was thinking about The Great Wall for a second in my brain, I was like, Willem Dafoe was in that too. WW84. Not a good movie at all. But you know what? I gotta give it a higher rating than at least Batman v Superman, Justice League, and Aquaman because it really was inventive. Because it was like, oh, we could just have a bad guy that she has to fight. Like, oh, with swords. But we're like, let's get a businessman who makes wishes. And I guess they do have a bad guy because they have Cheetah, right? Which was a very underused character. I think every shot of her as Cheetah was in the trailer. That might not even be wrong. That might be true. But yeah, and all the Chris Pine thing, the Steve Trevor stuff, like some of that stuff did still work, but it was like really weird because like the guy was like in another guy's body, it's fucked up. But yeah, there's some fun stuff. And Gal Gadot was okay. I don't know. The intro I liked. I don't know. It was just so weird that I have to give it credit more so than Batman v Superman and Justice League. Aquaman got weird only because there was like, ooh, weird fish monsters, which was fun, don't get me wrong, but like a lot of the characters I didn't like. So I just like, oh, follow these people through shit I don't like. I don't know. Here is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say B- for this. I think a lot of people are saying this is like an amazing, a triumph. I already said earlier that I feel like it's way too fucking long, and I feel like people were building this up for 4 years. That it didn't matter what it was. It could have been the same 2 hours from the Justice League or the Justice League, and then an additional 2 hours of Zack Snyder farting on camera, and people would fucking say it's a triumph. It's a masterpiece. Finally. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Not very, like everybody's saying it's like a super deep movie. It's not. Surprisingly, way more entertaining and way less grim than I was expecting, because I was expecting it to be fucking grim. And it's actually has more, I would say, more humor that actually worked than the Justice League one did, because the Justice League one was like stupid shit, like oh, what is this? It's a cave. It's a bat cave. I remember that joke. I'm like, what the fuck? And just like a lot of jokes that didn't work in that. And here, actually, they did kind of work. The whole Flash sequence where he saves that girl was laughing my ass off. I was like, and he takes the hot dog. I was hoping he'd just take the hot dog and that's it. We didn't know why he did because he's weird. But he did it to feed the dogs or whatever. But that whole sequence was weird. And I liked it. Even the Flash sequence at the end was visually gorgeous. Even though him narrating himself kind of ruined it to me. He was like, yeah, that's right. I am the best of the best. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, calm down. But that whole sequence was really cool. Just that narration kind of ruined it for me. I'm like, you don't need to say like that's like if I defeated the bad guy, I'm like, yeah, that's right, I'm fucking awesome. It's like, well, you kind of made yourself look like a fucking dick. But okay, great stuff in it, but I feel like it's way too long. I like all the R-rated stuff. Really liked all that. Like I like that a movie like this can treat us with some respect, like, oh, it's not some kiddie shit. Like when fucking Darkseid knocked somebody against a wall or whatever. I guess that was more Steppenwolf that did that. But and also Steppenwolf looked way fucking better, and his performance was way better too. Ciarán Hinds, I think his name is. Way better. But yeah, just like the violence was cool, and the humor actually worked, and the action looked better. Visual effects were really good. I just feel like it got condensed more down. Like a 3 hour movie would have worked. 4 hours, like I wish it was a miniseries. I wish like when they were gonna do a miniseries, I thought that could have worked out, especially since they had like multiple parts to it. So you could easily did like six. I think it was 6 parts, right? So you could have did maybe 6 episodes, or maybe 5, because I think the last part was really short. So like, you could have did 5 episodes. But I think the rumor was supposed to be 4 episodes and an hour each. But I just feel like it was too long. I'm sorry, it really was, and I don't mean like it was long, but it had plenty of content in it. It was long, and there was a lot of things you could easily cut out, and the story would have been perfectly fine. A lot of people walking and stuff, like I said. But still, B minus. I really liked it. So there you go. And now the Suicide Squad. I'm just gonna say right here, Suicide Squad is one of my favorite comic book movies. I've seen it 3 times at this point. The Suicide Squad is, I guess you could say, not flawless. I know some people have a problem with the story itself, but really, it is a fucking masterpiece when it comes to just not giving a shit. Having almost a $200 million budget, and just saying, I'm gonna not only bring a bunch of characters nobody fucking knows from the comics. Nobody knows who the fuck Bloodsport was, or fucking Peacemaker. I know there's people that do, but like it's nowhere near like Captain America or Batman or whatever, or even Joker. Shit, I don't even think it's close to Captain Boomerang levels of popularity. We're gonna take all these characters, Ratcatcher, King Shark, people know, I know that, but like even Polka Dot Man, I think people know just because he's a joke. Harley Quinn, obviously people know, but even like the characters from the first like 20 minutes, like fucking Savant and Weasel and Blackguard and all these people, TDK, like nobody knows who these people. I just love that James Gunn took all these people and were like, there you go, I'm gonna put them in the movie, and most of them will die, but you will see them. They will be there, and we're gonna kill them in horribly gruesome ways. Even though Birds of Prey was rated R, and Justice League was rated R, and Batman v Superman had an R-rated version, this is the first one that really felt like it was R-rated. Like, dude, one of the first kill in the movie, besides the bird, I guess, is Blackguard, and his fucking head explodes, and it looked like some shit you'd see in a Saw movie. Like, his head didn't explode. I'm sorry, his face imploded. And it was fucking gruesome. And it happened to Pete Davidson. What a fucking perfect one to kill. Immediately. The man with the face you hate. I don't even hate Pete Davidson. I know a lot of people hate his ass, though. I liked his movie with Bill Burr about his life, though. I did watch that. I thought it was really good. And I thought he was good in it, even though he was an insufferable little dick. But even that, I was like, he was good in it, you know? Bill Burr was fucking really good in that as his, like, stepdad. It was a really, really good performance. Those two together were great. Bill Burr, fucking great actor. Like seriously, even in Mandalorian, that fucking part where he's sitting there and the guys like talk about like, yeah, man, we'll be back. We're doing some dark shit, and he's just like, okay, okay. I love Bill Burr. Anyway, I love it. I really do. I love the Suicide Squad. Everything about it, I really loved. I had such a great time all the way throughout. The only problem I had is that maybe some characters had less screen time than I would have liked. King Shark and Polka Dot Man should have had way more. I feel like if I'm in spoilers, by the way, if King Shark and Polka Dot Man, well, mainly Polka Dot Man, if Polka Dot Man had more screen time and more stuff to do in the movie, then the scene towards the end with him would have had way more impact. I mean, it had impact on me, but I think it would have had more impact on everybody else too. Great film. I really have no problem. I can't even think, like, the humor is top notch, very funny, very violent, great characters all the way throughout. Even some emotional moments I wasn't expecting, like the whole Ratcatcher thing at the end, I thought was really fucking good. And like, you really care for these characters. The writing is great for them. They all have distinct things. Peacemaker, Harley Quinn's just trying to find some love. Rick Flag is trying to do his duty, please that booty. No, he's not. Actually, what happened to him in Enchantress? I guess that didn't work out. Or whatever her fucking name was, her actual name. Bloodsport. I want to say Deadshot so bad. Bloodsport. Of course, he's a hitman. He probably got captured. He put Superman in ICU. He has a daughter. Whatever. Ratcatcher. Of course, Ratcatcher 2 has daddy issues. Polka Dot Man has mommy issues. Different type of issues, but King Shark just wants some friends. Like, they all have like distinct things in this movie, and the movie is like a little over 2 hours long, and you have so many characters that you actually do like. Great stuff. I loved it. I really did. Maybe not S tier when it comes to like actual movies, but S tier when it comes to DCU. You know, it is the best DCU movie. Shazam a close second. Wonder Woman third. Justice League fourth. I guess we can rank them now. Like in a top 11, I guess. Worst one is Suicide Squad, then Aquaman, then Justice League, excuse me. I know that's gonna upset people. I really didn't like Aquaman. I'm sorry. Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman 84, Birds of Prey, Man of Steel. At least I put Zack Snyder's Justice League in the top 5. Maybe people won't be too upset with me now. Wonder Woman, Shazam, and that. Okay. So there you go. I'm sorry. I really didn't like Aquaman. I really didn't. I wanted to get the fuck out of the theater. It looked really nice, but like I didn't like any of the characters. I really didn't. The only character I could say I even kinda liked, and I mean like in the smallest morsel, or I'm trying to think of a fish pun. Minnow? That's small, right? Whatever. It was probably Aquaman himself, but I liked him more in the Justice League movies, honestly. Here he was just kind of a mopey dick for most of it. Actually, no. He was more fun, but like none of the stuff he did was like I don't know. I just didn't like his character. That's just it. I was really bored watching it, honestly. But I wouldn't say it was like a terrible movie. I just didn't really like it. I would say like a 5 out of 10. I think that's probably what I gave it when it first came out. I know I got a lot of shit for that review. I remember that. But it's better than Suicide Squad, at least. Hey, got that. So there you go. That is that. How long have we been going? Almost 30 minutes. Okay. That's actually shorter than I thought. So let me know what your DCU ranking is. I'm sure mine will be different from yours, but that is mine. I'm yawning. And I'm stretching. Oh, God, it feels good. Okay. Anyway, that's it. Leave me a like, please. I have a feeling we get a lot of dislikes. Anyway, bye.